Hi families, how are you? I cannot believe that we are here. I thought for sure in the spring last year that my school at home videos would end because we'd be coming back to school in the fall. But some of us are hybrid, some of us are fully online, and I'm here to help you with the first couple of days of school for your kids. The first thing I want to say is welcome back. I'm in my classroom instead of being outside. I usually made my videos outside all last year, but now I get to be in my room. So I thought, since I'm a teacher and this is where I do my work, you might want to see where I am. So this is my room. The first thing I want to tell you about setting up your kids for online learning is they still need a learning space. So whether that space is the kitchen table or a little reading nook in the corner of their bedroom or in the living room somewhere, make sure that they've got all of their materials, whatever they might need, in that learning space with them. It's a really good idea just to have a consistent place where they can do their learning. I don't have elementary school students, I have middle school students, so my videos are mostly geared towards people who have maybe 5th grade and above students. So for elementary school students, this may not apply. Anyway, the next thing I want to tell you is about your student schedule. So what's going to happen is your schools are going to start sending you some kind of schedule for your students. And in school, we help our students get to their lockers and get to the next class and figure out where it is and what room it's in and how to get there and all the things. This time it's virtual, so we would think that it would be easier, but students are still going to need help. They're going to need to know how to log on to a Microsoft team and how to log off, which Google Classroom they go to or which one they don't. And so something to help them through that, and they're going to be good at it and they'll get it right away. But something that's going to be good for them is for you to help make a schedule. So I have a schedule right here, and my schedule is on a whiteboard, and I know not everybody has a whiteboard in their house, so if you've got a piece of paper, it should be just fine. So I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can still see me, but here you go. So I would start really simply, and I would figure out what's going on with their Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule. If your school is on a 4x4 block, let's just say, you might want to have period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4. Let's say that the same class repeats Monday, Tuesday, or let's say it repeats Monday, Wednesday. If it repeats, let's say Monday, Wednesday, then what I would do is I would color code it for my kids so that they can see that Monday is P1, 2, 3, and 4, periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Wednesday is 2. If it repeats in the afternoon, then you would want to do the same thing there. So let's just say it does for this tutorial. So now I've got periods 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they repeat in the afternoon. So for my students, it does repeat in the afternoon. They don't learn the same content twice, but I'm instructing here, and then they've got some work time to work with their groups or individually or meet with me in the afternoon. But these all have times. So what you need to do first is you need to figure out what time your teachers and their classes are. So period 1 might be from 8 to 9. And let's say this starts at 9:10 to 10:20, etc. So you put the times there first so that your students know when they need to be in class, when class is over, and how much time they have for breaks in between. I would put the times, and then I would help and indicate what class it is. So, for example, if P1 is always English, then you're going to write English. And so I'm so sorry, this is really small. But then you're going to write English, math. Let's say then they take Spanish. And then they have choir. So you're going to be looking at something like this, where you've written the times and what the class is, and then etc. They're going to need that help. Some kids are going to be able to do this intuitively by themselves and make their schedule, and it's no big deal. If you've got a kid like that, I would still even check that they have it right and they know where to go and how to get there and what time their classes are meeting, all of the things. So I hope that helps to get started. I'll make another video soon.